everybody? Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Daily News and Update, the WREXfast Club. Yes, it is a Thursday, and how is everyone doing today? Not much news, but good news coming out, and just in time because of what we got going on tomorrow. How's everyone doing? I got the Manchester United game on up top here, but we're talking about Wrexham today. And as you can see on the thumbnail, it says, Welcome to Wrexham Season 4. Release date has been set. Yes, that's what we're going to talk about. And a couple things we're going to get to. So thanks for coming in. Please smash that like button and subscribe to the Local Pundit and the Global Pundit too, by the way. If you haven't been subscribed to the Global Pundit, get ready because summertime is going to be huge for the Global Pundit. I'm telling you right now, we're going to do there's a lot going on for in the football world. We're going to do in the Global Pundit too. So get over there and subscribe too. But for the Local Pundit, 2001, we can do it. We can do it. We can get to 2001 by the time the end of the season starts. And because we're going into the summertime, and because Welcome to Wrexham Season 4 will drop May. Is it May 15th? May 15th. Yeah, May 15th at 9 p.m. There you go. So that's great. How do I have to check that out? May 15th. I knew that. So awesome stuff. It's cool. I got an article here, but deadline. I'm going to read off to you, and we'll get to that. And we'll get a little bit of news today. Not much going on. Obviously, we had the game against Wigan on Saturday at stupid o'clock in the morning for us, which is, oh, God. You know what? If I wasn't a soldier, I would be crying. But, we're at the end of the season, 5 games left to go. No one's feeling bad for anybody. We got to be there. We got to be there to support the squad. So, awesome. People are coming in. Dan Morris here. Glenda's here. Goofy Spot's here. Nikki's in the house. What's going on? I had a bottle of run. What's going on? John Hills. Absolute legend. John Hills. Legend. Good stuff. And Dino is here. I think Dino is new. But I think so. But let's get into why is this not stop sharing the screen? Why is this not doing what I needed to do? Okay. Well, I guess I can't share. Marie from SoCal, how are you feeling? Hope you're well. I know you're going through your recovery, and we miss you very, very much. But okay, so let's get to the announcement at hand. G, what up, G? The announcement at hand. This is on deadline. Welcome to Wrexham Season 4 premiere on FX. So, as you know, the reason why we're doing this is because we will be doing live watch-alongs as we did last summer. Like we did last summer for the show. So when they drop live, we'll be doing a live watch along. What I want to do this season, I want to bring our community in. I want to bring people on the show. I want to bring people. How's that? Okay, great. So there you go. Look. Yeah, there's the mute button. Oh my God. How about that? Listen, no audio. Should I start over? There it is. Back. Okay, good. I touched it and I screwed it up. Don't touch buttons. There's another button I just touched and it went to the muted button. Okay, good. Okay, there it is. So anyways, like I was saying, we'll be doing live watch-alongs for the Welcome to Wrexham during the summer like we did last summer. And then what I'd like to do is bring people in the community so we can all watch it together. I can get up to 10 people so we can all watch this together. Get your popcorn, all the good stuff. So we'll do that. So there we go. Shameless play to get comments. Okay, John Hills, you're on there. There you go. No, it's not you. It's me. Okay, let's get to the details here. FX has set Welcome to Wrexham Season 4 premiere for May 15th, 9 p.m. ET, which is 6 p.m. our time. So get your popcorn ready. We'll be doing the live watch-alongs like we do for everything else on here. So 6 p.m. PT. So we'll have those all scheduled out. So there'll be no timing issues. Well, me moving things around, but it'll be at 6. We'll do it live like everything else. Okay. 2 episodes with 2 episodes and repeats available via Hulu the next day. So they're going to start with 2 episodes. It sounds like the first 2 episodes are going to be May 15th. And then let me read through this here. So it's going to be 8-episode docuseries. It will continue to follow Rob and Brian as they navigate through the 3rd oldest professional football club. It also tracks the dreams and worries of Wrexham's working class city in North Wales, UK, as 2 blah, blah, blah stars guide the future of the historic club. That goes into talking about how they bought the club, all that stuff. Welcome to Wrexham. Wrexham's AFC women's team continued to battle amongst the top teams in the Welsh Adrian Premier League and strives to stand out amongst the crowded field of talented women footballers across Wales, England, and California. Humphrey Carr trains for a marathon. This is to go into a little bit what's going on here. Will Wrexham's AFC beloved executive director raise funds for charity to survive humiliation at the hands of the players and staff and complete the 26.2 miles without injury or chafing? By the way, you know when he's running that? He's running that May 4th. May the 4th be with you. So if we go up May 3rd, okay, against Lincoln, this guy's got to be the guy to go home and be like, I'm out, peace. Irish exit, I'll see you later. He's got to go and run a marathon the next day. And good on you, Humphrey. Humphrey going out and doing your bits. I love it. And he's going to actually crush it. Absolutely crush it. So what else? Welcome to Wrexham executive producer like Rob McElhenney, Ryan Middles, Josh Driscoll, Brian Rowland, Jeff Luini, Humphrey Carr, Nick Frankel, who is Rob's manager of 15, 20 years, George Dewey, and Boardwalk Pictures, Andrew Freed, Dan Lingard, Serena Roma, Andy Thomas. The docuseries is produced by More Better Productions, Maximum Better Productions, 3 Arts Entertainment, and Boardwalk Pictures. There you go. So, season 4, Welcome to Wrexham, May 15th, it drops. And we will be doing the watch-alongs right there. Who's that? SVJ. That's AO, and that is Macca right there. Good. That's a really good thumbnail. They did a great job with that poster there. Good art right there. So, as you know, let me pull this down so we can get that there. I can't believe I went muted for a second. I apologize on that. But yes, as you know, live watch-alongs for that would be great. Tomorrow we'll be at More Better. We'll be at More Better Productions doing an interview with Brian Swarberg. I spent the entire morning trying to figure out not to embarrass myself and shoot the rehearsal there too, but shoot the rehearsal and make sure that the audio works. I know that the video will work, but audio is the main thing. So if we don't have the video, then we'll definitely have audio for sure. We'll be doing it. So we're going down there tomorrow to More Better, and we're going to talk to Brian Swarberg. Full interview, be great, fun. I'll vlog the whole day. We'll get it up at some point next week, but really excited about that. And I will be asking about Welcome to Wrexham season 4. So pumped up for that one. Good stuff. Emma Roberts is in here. How you doing, Emma? It's been a while since you've been in. I hope you're well. Dan Morris here. Gee, I'm skipping them all to the binge watch right before the season's starting. Gee, what are you doing? You're not going to be with us for the live watch-alongs? That's not fair, G. But you got to do what you got to do. Polymath is that's all recent stuff. Megan's going to finish first in front of that. Well, I know she's running as well. Megan Gantz, his wife, Humphrey Carr's running. Wife is also running too in training. And Humphrey runs near my daughter's friend's house because Humphrey gets yeah. Well, you got to have fish and chips. So that's the big news of the day. Not much going on other than we got 5 games left to go, and we need to go put our best foot forward against Wigan on Saturday, which we'll be doing, build-up show, live watch-along, and Wrexham Time call-in show, and Wrexham Reaction. So all that stuff. Wrexham Reaction might be a little later on this Saturday because I'm going to leave here, and I'm going down to meet producer Ann and her family down at the desert. So just heads up on that. What up, dude? Paul Kelly and the fam. What's up, dude? How are you? Okay, what else is going on here, too? I actually want to bring this one up. This article came up about in the BBC. It's a big article. I'm not going to go through the whole article. I'm just telling you flat out right now. But I'm going to talk about it, and you can digest it on your own time. But it basically Wrexham chase promotion, but where is Paul Mullen? So this is a very big article. They talk about Paul Mullen, back injuries, things like that. Get through it. It's actually a good article. I did read it, having back surgery. But there's one thing I wanted to pull out right here too. Talked about the replacement of Smitty and J-Rod coming in. But I want to just point out the end here. The quote right here. Everyone wants Mullen to be in the squad, but right now, him not being there is justified, says Edwards. So that's Tim. I think it's Tim from FID. I think it's Tim from FID. Is justified. To be brutal about it, Phil Parkinson is a legend. Paul Mullen is a legend, but only one picks the side. So that was a really, really poignant, thoughtful quote. But this is it right here. And I'm not going to dig into it. I'm not going to go into the Mullen. Should he be there? Palmer, all that stuff. But he is there until 2027. And I thought this was the most interesting part of this whole article right here. To be brutal about it, Phil Parkinson is a legend. Paul Mullen is a legend. But only one picks aside. And here's my take on the whole thing. And you can go read it on the BBC site if you want to do it. Here's my take on the whole thing. I think Paul is an absolute legend. And I've enjoyed watching him play over the course of the last 3 seasons, obviously. And he will, someday they'll have a statue. Yes, it has been one of those mysteries of why has it not happened? What happened? Obviously we brought in the strikers, but I'll tell you this right now, the guy is heart. He is everything that Wrexham is about. And even if he's not on the pitch or not playing, you know, he is there. He's part of our past and could be part of our future. We don't know. My hope is this. My hope is that we clinch. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm going to do it anyways because I want to make this point. My hope is that we clinch soon. Okay, we clinch sooner. Maybe I don't think it'll be Blackpool, which you know I don't think it'll be Blackpool or Bristol, but I hope we clinch soon and we get to see them at the end. Him, Palmer, some of the older guys, maybe Ashfield, for maybe the Lincoln game. So I'll just put that out there, and hopefully that's something to be part of. Now that said, too, as we talked about the other day, Parkinson. You know, remember when we clinched last year? He didn't change the squad. Could do that, but I think in this case, it could be different. So watch that space. Go check out that article. It's a really good article from the BBC and BBC Wales. So check that out. It's really good. Paul Kelly says, it was good to see Mullen at the training pitch with the team. Absolutely. And Emma says, can't wait for Saturday's game. Going to Wigan should be a great atmosphere with nearly 5,000 making sure. Yeah, 4,700 there. That's insane. It's a lot. And they talked about that too. And Emma, I'll use that as my segue. I'm not the best segue. You know, the best segues out there is Rousey from Rousey's Wrexham Roundup. I'm not that good, but you know, I'll get that. But I will use that segue to go to the next thing that I wanted to talk about because Parkinson did. We talked. Where is it? Right here. Why? Here you go. This is the article I'm talking about. Not the best segue I am, but I'll use it right now. Here we go.
Not played there for 20 odd years. It'll be a new ground to many, but 4,000 Wrexham back on the road at Wigan. Not played there for 20 odd years. It'll be a new ground to many, but 4,700 Wrexham fans going there. Bet you can't wait.
Amazing that we sold 4,700 tickets for the game. It's a great stadium. I've been there a couple of times this year to watch games. Been there as a manager quite a few times. So yeah, I think that this division this year has been about the experiences of going to different stadiums for our supporters, and yeah, it's going to be a terrific atmosphere, and yeah, we're looking forward to the game. Obviously,
Used to full houses at the race.
I'll tell you right now, the atmosphere has been incredible. So traveling to Wigan, I don't know how far it is away. I don't know what the full allotment is for the squad for the stadium. Does anyone know? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat how big it is. But 4,700 going out there, I'm not surprised. Actually, I was very lucky to get. I'll just split it out there. Very lucky to get tickets by an amazing person in our community for the Lincoln game and one for the Charlton game. So all eyes on us, which is all eyes on us, and I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised. The confidence, everything that's going on in this community, in the team, in the club, in the town, is there, and I think that let's put it this way. When we go play other teams, they give an extra 5-10%, right? With our crowd behind us and our confidence and everything like that, that gives us another 5-10% ourselves. So that's the balance there. And the traveling community that goes down to there is absolutely legendary. The champion select here, by the way. Hey, John. Hey, champion select. How are you? Back to this interview here for Parkinson.
But it doesn't surprise you, these big away followings that you're taking everywhere. I mean, you've been down to places like Exeter and they still travel in their numbers, don't they, the Wrexham fans?
Yeah, the away support's been brilliant for us again this year. And this will be a different type of atmosphere because obviously Wigan, there'll be a lot of empty seats because it's such a big stadium. They don't traditionally get sell-out crowds. So we've got to really look to make this like a home game atmosphere if we can. obviously,
Interesting note there too. I'm going to pause that right now because Luke said its currently capacity is 25,138, seated for 4 single-tier stands. Record attendance was 11th of May 2008 when 25,133 people watched Wigan Athletic play Manchester United, who are now losing, by the way, to Lyon 1-0 in the final match of 07-08. And the supporters have been the 12th man, and that obviously was copied from Wikipedia. I have no doubt, my friend. And Ollie Rathbone talked about his fans in Men in Blazers. Yeah, I have not get to watch that yet. I was prepping for tomorrow morning, but I will watch that later. Let's get back to this interview too. And if we can make that a home game, if we could bring 5,000 fans and sing the whole goddamn time. Remember the Wigan? Remember the Wigan match? Oh my God, in the ear the whole time. Just let's go. How far is Wigan away from Wrexham?
they've got a lot to play for. The result of the game tonight is key for them because if they get a result tonight, it just gives them that bit of breathing space out the bottom four. New managers come in Ryan Lowe. So, with tonight's game in mind and the previous games, we'll have a good look at them and build the pitch up that what Ryan's changed since he took over from Sean Maloney and go there with a clear game plan.
Just to end, Phil, but it's all about yourselves.
Well done.
And in a great position after Saturday's brilliant win.
Yeah, it's a great win for us at the weekend, and we've just got to now kind of have a good week training. There's a few that we spoke about afterwards. We've got slight problems. There's a bit of illness in the camp at the back end of last week with Sam Smith. A couple of the lads have picked that up over the weekend. So, we'll just assess everybody and hopefully get as many players available for selection for Saturday.
Thanks, Phil.
Well done. I mean, listen, if there's a bit of illness, that's probably why Smitty was taken off early. Maybe they only knew he can only do a certain amount, maybe 70 minutes or whatever it was. So they knew that was fine. So the illness, fine. Let's be ready for this game on Saturday. Wigan, it is an early kickoff, 12:30 traveling. They're probably traveling down tomorrow. So about 60 miles. Okay, that's not far. So I'm totally wrong. I'm totally wrong. It's about 37 miles, around 1 hour and 40 minutes of train, so not too far. So 37 miles, that should be 35 minutes. Sean Deasy, what's going on? There are these are the chances to get Wrexham rolling. Rolling to promotion. Wrexham, Ollie Palmer Mullen. No one should be sullen. We're rolling to promotion. Wrexham, moving up, cross it in. Yes, get in, Wrexham. There you go. There you go. There it is. So about 50 minutes away. Trains stay clogged. Yeah, they do. Shockingly, I don't know how, but they do. Okay, so Parkinson went on to say a couple other things right here. We're going to get to some of the news as we go, and that's what we do here. Have a little bit of a say. Oh, my ears. John, you're fired, dude. You're fired. You guys aren't that creative to put something together for that. So I'm just saying. Phil Parkinson hails impact of Wrexham subs after Burton win. So there you go. He's talking about the subs. Barney and Elliott are unlucky to not be starting, says Parkinson. They're unlucky to be starting, which is interesting because if I think Elliott could be starting if Dabo can't go because he hasn't been training all week. That's a possibility right there. Elliott had a car accident, which set him back a little bit. That's great. That's a great assessment because that's not great. Sorry. That's not great. It's an assessment that we know. It's great to him put that out there that helps us understand why he's had that setback, obviously because of the car accident, which we knew. But he's in our joint tops. He's our joint top scorer, and I'm pleased with Barney. He's got another assist on Saturday. He's got more assists than anyone else in the division, which is a great stat. Absolutely. You got to feel a little bad for Barney. But Longman's come in and he's done absolute bits. That's the choice of having that's a choice of what Parkinson has now. He's got options, You could put Barney in, who's done fantastic for us. Elliott Lee, yes, he's coming back from the car accident and recovering from that. Unfortunately, that was, something that we wish would never happen to him. But it's great to have the context there, that knowing why he hasn't possibly been starting. Even though I think our midfield of Ollie Rathbone, Dabo, and Smitty, who unsung hero, Smitty, absolutely. Unsung hero. Sorry. Parkinson went on to say he got another assist inside. Barney's a key player for us. Had a really good season, producing really key moments, and he did. Football's about producing moments of quality when the moments are needed. Yes, we talk. I want to bring this down so we have this conversation. They talk about sexy football and, being able to patterns of play and things like that. But sometimes, especially in divisions like this, and especially in a division like a League One, which, some teams try to play out the back and they get carved up right away. That's what happened to Huddersfield on the weekend, and Wickham punished them. We have a style of play where it's like, it might not be not to lose, but we won't get carved open. Our defense is absolutely solid. And I look at it and I say that our style of play is, we're better than you. We're going to grind you out. We're going to score goals, and we have an amazing defense and an awesome keeper. And we have the talent in up front enough to know we can score if we need late. Now, it's not good for us to watch that sometimes when it's not sexy football, which I can absolutely give a toss for. I do not care. But the results matter. And I appreciate the fact that the moments of quality, you need that sometimes in these games. This is not an easy league. This is not an easy league at all. There is no give in this league at all. It might not be the best quality league. It might not be the best quality of footballers. But I'll tell you, all those guys that could go out there every week, give 110% every single time on both sides of the pitch. It's almost like a who's going to blink first? Wills, and Parkinson, because he sticks to his philosophy, has proven for the fact why would the results stand, and you got to respect it. So take that on if you want. Going on, more Parkinson here. All the lads know this stage of the season that it's not about the individuals, it's about the team more than ever, and everybody understands that. I said we're built for this moments. We are built for this. We are in tournament mode. We have been for the last 5 games, and the last 5 will be there too. We are built for these moments. We've been here before. That's what he's built this team on. That's why he's so successful. Parkinson. Jack Marriott talks about. Jack Marriott has not had many minutes, and he's probably and he'd probably have liked, but he hasn't moaned at all. Good on him coming back from a leg break at all. Moving on, he says he's just gone on with the training. He got a bit long. He's got a bit longer than he got a bit longer than he had in previous weeks against Burton and scored a goal. I don't know what that means. I can't decipher that. He got a bit longer than he'd had previously. Okay, so now I understand. He got more time on the pitch, is what he's saying. He's saying he had more time on the pitch. JM got more time on the pitch, and guess what? He scored a goal. Now, remember last season when JM was coming on for 8 minutes, 10 minutes when we were pulling Mullen off? It's very hard. The only guy on our team, Fletcher, is the only one that basically could turn it on like that, cause like the moment of brilliance. JM, that's hard to do that. Once you gotta get the cadence of the game, you gotta get into the game, opportunities go there, you gotta warm the legs up, get all those things. So that's not easy to do. What he's saying here is that JM, coming back from the leg break, and finally got his opportunity, a little bit more time, and he proved himself right. Now that could happen with anyone on our team, and we were talking about Mullen earlier, possibly do that. Also, too, Palmer was training with the team today too, by the way. Last one here. It's just about preparing yourself in training and to be ready for those moments when you come to make a contribution. Preparation for opportunity. Anything in life, that's what you have to do. Let's see what we got here. We don't make up songs. We just got bands like UB40 to do it for us. UB40, what year is it? 1992, my friend? Oh, John, I love you, dude, but you're going all in for UB40? Don't do that. Come on now. It's not even like Weezer or anything like that. Don't go all in on that. The AMAs would be proud. Don't forget to thank the Academy of the award. Well, let's hope so, my friend. Chick Stick Scars. Let's go win games. At least Macca won't have to hassle as Wigan, his former club, and they'll love it. Yes, Macca will be starting that game. Good shout, Emma. He will be starting that game. He will be wearing the captaincy, and he will not get any stick. Guaranteed for sure. Plymouth Counseling. How many international players will be allowed in the championship? Are we allowed more in? I have no fucking clue, but it's exciting. I have no clue. That's a deep dive summer, my friend. Luke, you're going all in on deep dives. We'll do it over the summer. I want to see more of Barney and Longman together. Yeah, GT Toast won't be this weekend though. Thumbnail: alligator or crocodile? It looks like a crocodile to me. I don't know, but they are unstoppable. I agree with you too. Chris Phillips, the Roland theme is coming together. I know. Roland. Wrexham to promotion. Wrexham. I said, Ollie Palmer Mullen, no need to be sullen. We're rolling to promotion. Wrexham. Move it up. Cross it in, Wrexham. There you go. UB45, Josh. Yeah. How far does Roland go back? I'm rolling back to 1975. We're doing the Blues Brothers version. It's a gator pick. I took it on a trip to NOLA. Awesome. It's a gator pick. I thought it was the other one. I gotta turn my phone off. All right, a couple more articles here. If there's anything else, or if I'm missing O'Connell. Yeah, O'Connell talking BS. You know he's thinking about this. O'Connell on a hat trick of promotions. Yes, and I actually just watched the highlights to the Notts County game, and he was in there too. He had shorter hair, by the way. So he has celebrated two promotions at the race course, but the centre half refuses to contemplate a hat trick until it's done and dusted. I like that attitude, but it's on their mind, and you know it is. Goes on to say, O'Connell, I'm really not allowing myself to think about it. Good shout. We have a few lads who have been here in the previous 2 seasons for promotion, but I think about it. But I'll think about it if we do it. He says we'll have a long summer to think about it. I mean, we're supporters, we're fans. We don't want to pull the rug out, jinx ourselves. I understand that. So, but they're on the pitch, and whatever mentality, whatever state they need to be in, fine. I always talk about that 24-hour period of enjoying a win or sulking through a loss. They don't have time to do that. They're in the midst of it right now. It is grinding. It is the grind mode right now. That's exactly what's happening. So if O'Connell doesn't want to celebrate it, and I get it, what the greatness for us is that if we go up, we get to celebrate it all summer. And awesome. We just have to go through the turmoil of it. These guys are on the pitch, and they get to decide, what the outcome is. And it's easy. Sometimes the nerves, I only can relate it to is if you're going on stage, before you go on stage, before you played sports or whatever it is, that's the nervous part. When you get out there and you're either performing or you're playing, you'd rather be playing than sitting. Sorry, I'm hitting the microphone. You'd rather be playing than sitting on the bench. You'd rather be out there doing than sitting the bench or watching, getting ready to go on. That means something. So these guys are out there, and the nervousness and thought process is probably and you got to shut that out. So you got to compartmentalize. So O'Connell's talking about compartmentalizing. We have been there. I mean, only 2 or 3 guys have been on the pitch for the last few weeks who were last year. So, some of these guys are new to that. Longman, Smitty. I take out J-Rod because he's been through it before as well. James, I don't know if he's got promoted, but Ollie Rathbone, Dabo, Max hasn't been here before. So there's a few guys on the pitch. Mac has been through it. A few guys on the pitch, AO, that have been there that can lean upon. So take that on there too. Emma said, a good question Leader Rich asked was, which 2 players will be vital for the run in the next 5 games? When did he ask that? Did I miss it? I might have missed it. Leader Rich, I might have missed it. But okay, back to this article here about O'Connell. Actually, I'll bring this down because who cares? He said, I'm just trying to stay focused, not just every game, but every day in training, trying to get better and improve every day. I loved every minute here, and this season has been a good season. We really enjoyed it so far, but we really enjoyed even more if we could finish the job. We're going for automatic promotion, and we will be fully focused on that. Please, God, let's make this happen. He goes on to say, for the first time in the run-in, it's in our own hands, but we won't take it for granted. That's true. But I actually like the pressure on us because I think we do well in pressure. We prepare for Wigan the same way we prepare for everyone and give our best to see what it takes. You just focus on what you're doing, says O'Connell. And especially at this stage of the season, there's 5 games to go. It's late in the season, but you're looking out of permutations for the other games. Yet we just really focus on ourselves. That's all we can do. Focus on ourselves. A few weeks ago, we got beat by Leighton Orient. Everyone was kind of like at the end. It's not the end of the world, but we won again on the weekend, and it's up. So yeah, in the stage of the season, it's going to be a roller coaster. So strap in for the roller coaster. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but it's going to be great, and we'll be right here doing it all with you. I mean, Christ, I don't know if we can take it. I also might be at the match, the Charlton game. I probably will be at the Lincoln game. I just got to figure out what's going on. We do have tickets for those, so the coverage will be the same on the local pundit. We'll do the game day build up, live watch along, and then Extra Time, and then Wrexham Reaction. I'll figure that out too. So we will figure this out. I promise we will figure this out. Going on, last one here. There's 5 games to go, and our next game is Saturday. That's his last quote. So good stuff. Good stuff. Emma said he asked in the week online to put in the paper, like your answer, Luke. I think O'Connell. Okay. O'Connell. Well, I think we had to score goals. I think Smith. I'll take Smith. I'll take Jay. Take Smitty, and I'll take Okonkwo right there. How's that? Those are 2 I'm going to take too. All right. What else is going on? So if you got the tickets dropped, by the way, for the Lincoln City, and I hope people got them. And then one thing I want to bring up, there's a women's update here about, I don't know anything. AFC Women. There you go. Just want to bring up here. Wrexham AFC Women Tier 1 license for a 25-26 season granted. Wrexham AFC Women have been granted the FAW Tier 1 license for the 25-26 season, confirming they will remain in the Gennaro Adrian Premier. We're also successful in our application for the UEFA club license. Good on them. The Red Dragons' final league game of the 24-25 season takes place on Sunday with the cross-border derby against the New Saints to decide who finishes 3rd and 4th in the top tier. The team will then turn their attention to the Butte Energy Welsh Cup final at Rodney Parade, Newport on Sunday, April 27th. Awesome right there. Congratulations, women. Absolutely doing bits, and so proud of them too. So go watch them this weekend. I'll tell you what's going to happen for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, I will be at More Better. It'll be a taping with Brian Swarberg. I think the boys and I, at some point, will probably do a preview show for the Wigan match. Saturday morning, game day build-up, live watch-along, Extra Time call-in show, phone-in show, your show. Make sure it happen. I think we had a record of 8. Patty had 8 on, maybe even 9. And then Wrexham Reaction. Sunday, live watch-along, Virtue Trophy final. Posh versus Birmingham City. Check that out. We'll be doing that live too. That'll be a fun one. And then we don't stop here. Then we go into the summer. Big news in the summer. Fun things. All be together. Be a great time. Andy Cannon is back for back-to-back promotions. Is on for back. I'm not sure what the record is. Promotional player for. But wow, that's pretty interesting. And Luke says it's great for the women. It is great for the women. Okay. I'm going to get out of here. Been a great show. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. And if anything breaks, we'll do it today. Tomorrow, I will be at More Better with Brian Swarberg. So exciting stuff. It's a shoot rehearsal. Hopefully it goes well. Seems like a great dude and pumped to go do that. So on that bombshell, we will see you all soon.